Huh?
What are you recovering from? What did I miss?
Oh no, I had a chiropractic treatment. The chiropractor comes over once a week.
Oh yeah, I do that for my arm too.
Yeah, so from pain to power, and my vertigo and spinning has kicked in. So anyway, I'm in bed. It's over 100 degrees again, but I got out and got some steaks and baked potatoes and onions and tomatoes, and made my security guard friend at the grocery store a nice steak salad lunch for a labor of love. So
Well, isn't that nice?
yeah, yeah. And you know how much Santa was cost down here? $2 for the container and $8 for mini steaks, tomatoes, 3 sour creams, onions, tomatoes, and corn. I'm grateful. I'm grateful it's affordable down here.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're sharing the labor of love. And Santa, the coloring books are all approved. So I will send you out the coloring books of each of the characters.
Okay.
And I'm
Still
gonna,
nothing, still no puppet in the mail.
all right, I'll give them a call tomorrow.
Okay.
And so are we live?
We're live.
Oh, okay. Well, aloha, Santa. So nice to be here. We're getting ready for Christmas here. It's Labor Day weekend, so labor of love to you and all the elves out there, and all the people of making this happen today. Emily and Kurt and Jay Stoyan of the Disability Channel. Uh,
Yes. Can
we'll
you
be
believe we're down to
connecting.
113 days till Christmas?
Oh my gosh, Santa. Well, our elves in Pakistan have been working hard to upload the Acts of Kindness series coloring books this past weekend. And I'm really excited. So we'll be shipping you coloring books. We'll follow up with Folk Manus puppets. Things do delay in the mail, and but we'll find out where they are. And so I'm really excited to have all this being ready for you for Christmas, and to bring on your YouTube channel when you're ready. And we'd like to have you this week too on Jay Stoyland Disability Channel with my interview. I'll let you know what day and
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
And
Give me
you can share your story of what you're doing and opportunities worldwide with creating videos, becoming Santa approved. You'll have all that time. We have 22 minutes, so we'll be looking for you, and you can join us every week if you'd like to. And I
that
think
would
it would be a great opportunity for you as well, because they have 32 million subscribers,
wow.
and they're in
That might o-
Toronto.
that might open the few doors.
That's right. So we are opening up cabin doors, or opening up the dock box, is what I say too, as a
Absolutely.
sailor.
Yep.
And we'll be opening up those boxes. So again, Sienna just is back to school. I'm grateful I got to win the Awesome Grant Foundation Oahu, Hawaii chapter. Everyone can visit awesomefoundation.org. Now, what I won was $1,000 grant. Awesome Foundation gives $1,000 to anyone requesting a project that they approve of. And it's super easy, Santa. It takes about 15 minutes. It's just a couple of questions. Who are you? Tell us about your awesome project. How would you use $1,000? You can upload 5 pictures of you and your products or your community events, and um, you upload it, and that's it.
And that's
So
it.
that's it. And yeah, so they have a disability chapter that you have to apply the 1st through the 10th of every month. You have to do it every month. But there's also a chapter on the water. So, for example, Kurt and Sue Roscoff, who take persons with disabilities out water skiing, can apply for $1,000 each.
Right. Wow.
Each. This is the whole beauty, Santa. And Emily can also apply as she's a podcast engineer. And what I did with that part of that grant was I used half of that grant to hire Jay Stoyan, the founder of the Disability Channel out of Toronto, who will be hiring on persons with disabilities, such as veterans, to help me and our podcasts. And I give them the book flyers and any type of media, and they upload it and they take care of that for me. So everybody wins, Santa, using that grant. And we're applying for Washington for Leon McLaughlin, Seattle, Washington, as he brings filters to worldwide schools. Um, and I know uh, um, the disability award this past month was sending medical devices for persons with spinal injuries in Nigeria. And I thought, wow, we can apply too for Leon to send water units, to our deaf schools. So my creativity opened up other doors here too to Santa, how to just to apply at a different angle, because we are doing that. And that's what we're talking about, the World Ability and the Disability Channel. And there's also a climate change chapter, a vegan chapter, on the water chapter. There's different countries, Santa. Pakistan, we applied because our Fiverr team creates those books and coloring books in Pakistan. And there's 6 million people there that are hard of hearing deaf. And so I'm doing my to-do list, Santa. So
Awesome.
everyone, this is a great list for everybody too. And again, like Alan, who's on it, they have disability. He could apply to help the veterans with Zach's project, to get funding for the ranch. They can all apply. These veterans can apply on Awesome Grant Foundation Disability. Everybody has a chance to win $1,000. Now, how many people? Earl's on our team. Earl can apply. And so all of us that are on our Saturday show are capable of applying and of receiving $1,000 to benefit our projects here. So I just wanted to share that with you, Santa. So these are amazing elves that are doing great projects out there. Check out Awesome Grant Foundation.
You need to send me that link, please.
I sure will. I
Yeah.
will. And I just received another email about different grants for disabilities, especially veterans. So I forward that to everybody as well. And there's different categories for housing. Actually, dental implants was on there too. Grants for
Really?
dental implants. Yes, Santa. I did send that to you, so check that out. Um, but yeah, there's different ones for veterans, and we can apply too for the disability to get Clean Water Foundation filters to these VA hospitals. And so that's something for us to investigate as well, that Leon can do. So again, like this is like around $20,000 worth of money, grant money from Awesome Foundation that each of the disability persons speaking can take 10 minutes to apply for. How cool is that, Santa?
That would be awesome. That would be a big step. Yeah, and especially towards my especially my veterans list.
There you go. It's who you know. Now you just gotta type it out. It takes 10 to 15 minutes. If you need any photos from me, I can send them as well. I have pictures of us, like we are right now. And forwarding that as a picture that, this is what we're doing and talking and
Yep.
uh opportunities for grant ideas. And so Santa is also back to school season, and the Acts of Kindness series books, which you received, and you Santa approved them.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
only that, the Department of Education approved them in Hawaii, and all classroom teachers can receive copies of the books from DonorsChoose.org. Now we have 3 new coloring books with the ASL fingerspelling alphabet of the sign language characters, such as Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, and Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, for our books Underwater Acts of Kindness for Ocean Cleanup, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, which October is anti-bullying month. So Santa, you don't want to be naughty. You want to be nice. You don't want to be a bully. And
Absolutely.
you better think twice. And then we also have Righteous Acts of Kindness featuring Pono the Hawaiian Polo Pony, where it has a deaf rider, and righteous means to be right, to be good. So Santa, these are all good messages of books in the Acts of Kindness series of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. So I know there's so many children that would love to read it, and how easy it is for these teachers with a teacher ID just to request the books on DonorsChoose again. And Santa, I'm making a list to call all the deaf blind schools in the 50 states to let them know again about Awesome Grant Foundation and DonorsChoose. And I'm having conversations with their grant writers and librarians as well. So I'm checking my list now, Santa. I have an A through Z list of the alphabets of the states and contacting these deaf blind schools as well. I'm one of your
Wow.
elves, Santa. Glad to be here, Santa. I'm one of your elves.
Well, thank you very much. And I'm just uploading my one. It's Monday night, which means story night. And I created 2 stories today. Last night, I should have did it last night, but Santa was a little bit on the naughty list. Mrs. Claus said she wanted some ice cream, so I had to go upstairs and enjoy some ice cream with Mrs. Claus. So I didn't get my stories done last night, but I got them done today. So they are about to be released here probably in an hour. So, people are starting to catch on to the stories. And now I need to do the video where they can start buying the stories for their families. Marianne, I'm creating stories for, families where I'm going to actually read stories to a particular family with their children's names or grandchildren's names actually in that story. And pretty excited about that to see where it goes and see how many people want to create that kind of a positive, happy, joyful memory for their family, because that would be a lifetime of memories that you could create just by creating a story. Wouldn't that be
So, Santa,
awesome?
yeah, Santa. So, how, if I wanted to create a story with you for my friends and family, how would I do that? Where's your website? How do I sign up?
Well, it's at www.santapapajohn.com, but I haven't got the stories on there yet because my website's about to be revamped. They started working on it last week, so there should be an update this week. But if you want stories, you send me a message and I'll send you out the form because I've already got the form made out to create these stories, and I'm excited to see where it can go. So, you send me a message, I'll send you a message back with the form to fill out to give me some of your ideas, some of the children's names that we need to include in the stories. And if there's any special ideas that you want included on there, that needs to be done, included on that form. So then you fill that out, and within 2 days, I should be able to get a story back to you that is custom created just for your family.
That's awesome, Santa.
Yeah, no kidding. So I'm excited to see where that goes because people are really getting interested in these ideas because of the simple fact that, there's a lot of people out there that don't have great memories of their childhood or don't have many family traditions. So, what a great way to make a family tradition with a video with Santa reading a story to your children with their names in the story. I'm excited about it. So, Santa comes up with all kinds of different idea. I tell everybody I'm a different Santa that thinks outside the gift box to create amazing opportunities to create smiles and happiness for a lot of different people all around the world. It's not just people in the US, but we can do Canada, we can do Australia, we can do, geez, I talked to a guy today from Peru, France, Netherlands, Denmark, Spain. Santa's talked to 19 different countries in the last 2 weeks from people that are looking to get stories. So, what I'm telling you, people, if you're hearing this and you're hearing it for the very first time, you need to get a hold of me before Santa gets too busy to make your story. So, if you want a special story, then the earlier the better to create a wonderful story from Santa to your family.
That's awesome. So, Santa, have you had a chance to read the Acts of Kindness series books?
I have looked at a couple of them and they look pretty awesome. So, Mrs. Claus was even asking me that today. When are you going to start reading those stories? And I'm going, well, I've got to talk to you, Marianne, to figure out if we should start them now or if we start them, give it another week or another 2 weeks. What's your honest thoughts? Because I know you said October is a big month for Disability Month, if I remember correctly.
Anti-bullying month.
Oh,
Anti-bullying month.
anti-bullying month.
We
Yes.
have Rabbit Acts of Kindness, no bully.
So yes, so that
So
could be, the next couple weeks I better start recording some stories of the books that you sent me so that we can get these up and running here for the 1st of October.
yes, but in the month of September, Santa, we have a short book called Righteous Acts of Kindness, featuring Pono the Hawaiian Polo Pony and the many horses on its way to you. So you can still go out and play. We have 10 Apple app games too
Okay,
that
the
you can
righteous,
play.
the righteous acts of kindness is the one that's in my hand.
Yes, we'll start reading that first because that's a short book and you'll have the mini puppet. We also have an Apple app game so you can count the rainbows and sign language and numbers, count how many polo mallets there are. And there's
Okay,
some
and you've
coloring.
got, now that I'm looking at the book once again, you've got a little story for each day of the week. You've got Sunday, uh, Pony watches his parents play the game of polo. And then Monday, Auntie Honani grooms Pono and his family. So each day of the week, so we could release these starting next week or
That would be great.
each day of the week. Yeah, there's an idea. What
There
what's
you
your
go.
thought? What's your thoughts on that?
I love it. And it's also polo season in Hawaii, and we're thinking outside the gift box. So
Right.
it's a great way to introduce uh, the books, the series, the characters, one app game. And then we can roll into October where that's a longer book with 20 plus characters, but that would be the season for October is anti-bullying month. So again, it's time for teachers to request the Acts of Kindness series books from DonorsChoose.org or awesomegrantfoundation.org. But yeah, that would be
Wonderful.
great. That would be great. And that would be such an honor. And Santa, we'll have you too talk about that on the Disability Channel with Jay Stoyan. Speaking of some paperwork, we need you to talk with Kurt, I believe, maybe to be on the show if you already haven't as a guest, but we'll have you as a weekly guest too to give us Santa updates. So you'll have 32 million subscribers.
Wow, wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, well, we're going to do it together, Santa. That's how we work. We're
Absolutely.
networking. This is teamwork. So again, that was part of the grant that we received from Awesome Foundation. where we're hiring Jay Stoyan, founder of the Disability Channel, who hires on persons with disabilities, such as veterans, to help with the podcasts, the radio shows, and bringing guests on and showcasing my books and products and other people's books and products. So we're going to have a great next couple of months, September, October, November, December, the next 4 months is just going to be amazing, Santa. So we've been talking about this all summer, and
And
now
it's
we're
gonna
ready
go
to,
by, it's gonna go by real quick too.
yes. So we'll be working this together, Santa. It works if
Sounds,
you work it. It's just like
yep,
Leon says.
yep.
And we are finishing up the last chapter of our climate change book, Santa, uh, with my writer Susie Ann Sims. And we'll be uploading that, redesigning the cover, and getting that published. It's going to be a short book, just like that Pono book. And Pono book has coloring pages behind it. As it's a short book, Amazon required it to be a little bit longer. So we creatively added pictures of the writer, the singer, myself, Auntie Renee, and coloring pages of the Apple app games also. So
That
it's
sounds
great fun.
really,
And Santa, the books are written for age 8 and above and for all ages of the heart. And the company is called Folk Mammoth Puppets. They're out of Emeryville, California. And you can get the puppets uh, from Amazon as well. And the books are available on Amazon. Our first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, is actually recorded on Audible. I went into the studio in Manoa Valley, Hawaii, where Lucy and the Perfect Wave recorded their albums, which is the soundtrack, because we see the vision to bring these books into animation movies. And Santa, no one has done that with sign language characters. So I'm really excited to continue to work on the project and receive unlimited abundance and grants and getting great feedback from calling all the new deaf blind schools to let them know and share the story and sending them a press release. Even the sign language interpreters who I am using, it's called Purple Relay or Voice Relay. Santa, these
how have you been making out with finding lists of all the schools in all the different states?
oh, Santa, it's I just went on, just go start with the letter A and go on Arizona and Arizona Schools for the Deaf, Arkansas Schools for the Deaf. So I'm going to be meeting with Kevin this week, who is a hearing uh, staff member there and who does works with the grants there for the school. I'll be talking with him. I sent him a press release. Some librarians are deaf, so I have to use a sign language interpreter to voice with me. So it takes a little bit longer and collecting the information of their email addresses. And then we'll be sending them a press release and then following up for them to get signed up. So it's still kind of early right now because some of the schools are just getting back into school, getting their classrooms assigned. And but we're connecting to find out who is back at the school. And the interpreters, Santa, are so excited too when they hear they're working for me too because they're signing and talking for me and leaving video messages to the deaf teachers, librarians, staff. And so we're working 24/7 here, Santa, too. These are little elf helpers too as well, and we appreciate the sign language interpreters. Again, it's Labor Day, so it's a labor of love for everybody and grateful for everybody who has been of service.
That's absolutely wonderful because as you're saying, you're turning the pages to new ideas, you're turning the pages to new names that will hopefully get excited as you are and I am about these wonderful books and how we can help many different people with these books.
So yeah, we'll be following up with Minnesota tomorrow. The librarian there is Matt. He's deaf. And Mary Morris from the Awesome Grant Foundation contacted me. She loves the coloring books and suggested that I need to have the School for the Deaf personnel contact them because they live in your state to request my books, and it would be more in the lines of being approved through the Awesome Grant Foundation. So whatever we have to do, we have to jump a little hoops here, but Santa, we're making it happen. And again, it takes 10 to 15 minutes just to apply. Like I said, Awesome Grant Foundation.
Good, good,
Who,
good, good, good. And we can do more videos from Santa because you know Santa does happy birthday videos. Wouldn't it be cool to have a video sent to you with Santa reading a story or an idea wishing you happy birthday with some of your specifics just included in that video so it's made only for you? It's not a robotic, it's not computerized, it's Santa himself reading a story or reading you happy birthday greetings in a video specifically made for you. So that's another big excitement thing that I do is I create happy birthdays videos specifically for one person, and they don't have to be for, you know, children. They can be for adults as well as our seniors, which is very cool because our seniors need to have happy birthday wishes sent to them as well. And then we can do a Santa check-in, and you're going, what's a Santa check-in video? Well, a Santa check-in video is a video where the kids might need a little bit of encouragement, or an adult might like to get some smiles sent to them as a Santa check-in video. Or what about our wonderful seniors? You know, a lady once told me that her mother was housebound for the last 5 years of her life. She loved the idea of Christmas and she loved Santa Claus. So wouldn't it be cool if Santa sent her a video to get her to smile and giggle and laugh, you know, once a week, once a month, once every couple weeks? So Santa comes up with all different kinds of ideas to create these wonderful positive reactions from people because we need more happiness, we need more joyfulness, and we need more caring of people in this world. So, you know, with Marianne's books and Santa's ideas and Santa's videos, we've got a lot of people covered that are out there that are potentially going to love the ideas that Santa and Marianne is throwing at them. And they're able to purchase these books that Marianne has wrote, and they're able to get the puppets, because for all the different sign languages, that's pretty awesome. So Santa's excited to be teamed up with Marianne for this idea. This is going to open up a lot of doors for her and a lot of doors for me. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this, and we're going to create some fun ideas. Don't you think, Marianne?
yes, Santa, especially because we just uploaded the coloring books now, the ABC coloring books, Santa. And people can now go to YouTube channel and watch the signing characters do the ASL finger spelling alphabet. You can meet Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, E, the finger spelling bumblebee, and Dr. Fingers, finger spelling hermit crab, and Greta.
That is so awesome.
And online courses for the of the books have an Apple app game. So Santa, right? The letters are RAK for righteous acts of kindness, and you can play the Apple app game, and you will be able to count the horses in the polo field with their beautiful leis from the different islands. You count how many rainbows, how many mallets. It's a great fun game and to test your skills as well. And again, that's all on Apple. It's part of the Acts of Kind series books, coloring books, YouTube channel, and Apple app games. What a great bundle package.
That's pretty awesome. Uh-oh. Anissa is joining us. Marianne, have you met this young lady from Kansas yet? Hello, young lady. How are you today?
Good, sir. How are you?
I am awesome. Have you met Marianne from Waikiki yet?
I have not.
Marianne has created some wonderful little books to help children with sign language issues that are deaf. And she's excited that I'm going to be reading some of these stories. And we got, yes, and yes, it's Monday. So Santa's just working on, as he's talking, some new stories that'll be up online here within the next hour. So I'm excited about that. But we've been talking about stories and birthdays and different ways that Santa creates happy, joyful, positive memories for families of all ages and of all kinds, because Santa does not care if you're pink, blue, purple, yellow, or green. If you want a video from Santa, he can help.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Now, Marianne, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Say hello to Anissa.
Hello, Miss
Hello
Marianne.
to who?
She is,
Aloha. Hi. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk man as puppets. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters.
Love it.
The books are written for ocean climate change book right now as we speak. We're wrapping that up. I just uploaded 3 coloring books with the characters for the books, such as Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, and Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. You can visit YouTube channel to watch the characters do the ASL finger spelling alphabet and numbers. Greta Gobble on the golf course. She has her own app game. And we have 10 Apple app games so far as online courses. As you read the chapter, you play the games and test your skills of learning the alphabet and the numbers. And our tagline is "So go out and play." And all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of our books from an organization called DonorsChoose.org. I had a special education teacher request 50 books. She was funded in 2 weeks, and Amazon shipped out the books, and the classroom read the books for ocean cleanup. And I went out to visit them, and they were excited. Where's Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab? And we passed around the puppets and talked story about what we could do for ocean cleanup, such as looking on the playground, looking on the ground, look at McDonald's, look at the bus stop, look on the beach, and find 10 pieces of plastic or garbage to put in the trash. Everybody wins doing that. And yeah, so we want to share that. And this past July, I applied on Awesome Grant Foundation, Oahu, Hawaii. I was the winner of $1,000 grant, and we are using that money to gift the Waikiki School for the Deaf the series of the books, the Acts of Kindness series books, and coloring books for the elementary children. And Leanne McLaughlin with Clean Water Foundation out of Seattle. He brings filters to worldwide schools, hospitals, and clinics. Will be there on October 14th to deliver the Acts of Kindness series books and coloring books and a water unit. And that's all part of the $1,000 grant that I received. I won't be able to be there. I'll be in Canada, but I'll be there in aloha spirit as I'm sharing the good news in different countries. And that was Awesome Grant Foundation. And the other half of that grant, we hired on Jay Stoyan, founder of the Disability Channel, who supports these podcasts, That's how I met Santa, through the World of Ability podcast. And that other part of that grant will hire on other persons with disabilities, such as veterans, to help with me being interviewed about the book series with Jay on a weekly basis, and uploading the flyers and getting it out to 32 million subscribers. And Santa's going to join us too. So we got the next 4 months. We're going to be pretty busy, Santa. So again, thank you for letting me share my story with your guest here. Mahalo, I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
And why don't you tell everybody what you do, young lady Anissa?
Well, my name is Anissa Hudak, and I am the founder of Phoenix Women, where I help guide sexually traumatized women in their pursuit of healing. And I'm coming at you from Manhattan, Kansas, where the livestock outnumber the people.
Woohoo! What a tagline. And hopefully it stays that way for quite a while.
I don't know. I'm going to have to come up with a new tagline if I move.
This is true. This is true. Well, I met you, a couple of weeks ago at another networking, and we've shared some wonderful conversations, and we've shared some wonderful ideas on how to boost each other up and share some exciting ideas, because that's what the power of networking does. And, a platform like this is just another way to boost up ideas. So, we're covering all the different aspects on Santa's VIP chat, and where we chat to all different kinds of people, and we have all different kinds of conversation. So, we're having fun, and that's the interesting part. And that's the cool part about this, is there's too many people out there that are too sad, too unhappy with their life, and they need to change it around. And, for some of the ladies that have been through, some tough times, they need to have a conversation with Anissa, because she will help with some tough times in your life. And then Marianne has created some books for the children. And me, well, I'm reaching out to all different kinds of people, and we're having, what did you do? Oh, you're scratching.
No.
I was going, you suddenly had a really weird look on your face and going, okay, what did you do? Gouge? That's okay. But
No.
hey, you know what? Not many people come to my little chat session, but it's building, and I'm being consistent with it. So we're gonna see where it goes, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it.
I think it's great.
You know, it's about sharing information and caring and developing friendships. That's what it's all about. So what did you do for excitement this weekend? You, Anissa.
Um, um, nothing. I did nothing.
Nothing?
No,
Really?
I really didn't, and which was wonderful.
Oh,
I
well,
I didn't speak to
from that
anybody.
perspective,
I didn't see anybody. Nothing. It was wonderful. It was quiet.
ah, before you come on, I was telling Marianne, normally I record my videos on Sunday nights so that I can edit them and they're all ready to go for Monday. Well, I was finishing up another video, and I was finishing up some TikTok visiting. I had a really good night with TikTok again last night. It was a lot of fun. But then Mrs. Claus suddenly yelled down and says, would you like to share a bowl of ice cream with Santa and Mrs. Claus? And of course I went, yeah, okay, I guess this waits till tomorrow. And I went up and enjoyed some wonderful ice cream with Mrs. Claus, and we got to share some time together, because she spends a lot of time in her sewing room creating masterpieces like this. And she's working on, a blanket for one of the children, one of the grandchildren. She makes homemade blankets for all our grandchildren. And if you remember how many grandchildren we have, that's quite the expedition. But we also are blessed enough that we donate about 10 or 12 blankets a year to different shelters.
That's lovely.
And, because we know that some of these ladies walk out of a home situation with nothing but clothes on their backs, and to get a homemade, not machine made, homemade blanket with homemade mitts and scarves and hats, that's going to create a wonderful sensation that they are cared about.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
and we all know that these women that go through these situations in their life sometimes get pretty low on the self-esteem category. So to have a blanket and mitts and hats and scarves given to them, that can bring a lot of needed smiles.
Absolutely, yes.
So yes, that's one of the things that she does, and she really enjoys doing it. And then she's working on some more shirts for me, so that's exciting. She hates taking me in the fabric store. Have I told you that story?
No.
Because I'll go into the fabric store and I'll go, oh, that'll make a nice one, that'll make a nice one, that'll make a nice one, and that'll make a nice one. And she'll slap my hand and she'll say, no, no, yes, no, yes, yes. And because she's the magic seamstress, she'll know what will look good on me and what won't look good on me with just by looking at the material. But yes, I have about 25 of these shirts. Some of them are short sleeves, some of them are long sleeves. So I can wear some in the summertime, like you've seen me around, and some in the wintertime when it gets a little bit chillier up in the North Pole.
Hmm. Now, do you have any flannel?
No, no flannel.
Okay.
No. Nah, she figures I wouldn't look that great in flannel. Or I'm not sure what the other reason is. But I shall have to ask her that one.
I'm sure they have printed flannel.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. I think you pull off anything, Santa,
Well,
personally.
thank you. What did you do for excitement today?
I have been online all day. How about you?
Me too. At first, I only started out with a couple meetings and a couple presentations, and all of a sudden, I got an email last night that said, "Hey, we'd love to have you join our 5 o'clock meeting that I normally do just on Thursdays." But I thought, I don't have that busy of a day. I'll do it on Monday because my first couple meetings that I normally have on Monday were canceled because of, Labor Day. So I thought, okay, I will do that meeting at 5 a.m. So that's from 5 till 6. And I went to climb back into bed, and well, she had forgotten to take her pills. So she was roaming around, not really in a lot of comfort at that moment. So she had to wait for the pills to kick in. So I didn't fall back to sleep till about 7. And then the phone rang at 8:30 or some stupid that wrong number. Oh no, click. And so it's been one of those interesting days that suddenly was filled up, and it's still, I've got another 10 minutes left of this and a quick half hour of a supper break and spend a little bit of time with her back down here to do 3 more meetings tonight. And I don't know whether I'll have time to go on TikTok with the kids or not, but I crossed over 48,000 last night. So that was exciting.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Not hitting that 50,000 yet, but we're getting close. We're getting closer.
Oh, so
So
close.
yes. So this weekend was a good one. I did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on TikTok, and I think I gained almost 900 followers in 3 days.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. Yep.
Good for you.
But TikTok's one of those wonderful scenarios where you do spend time on there and you get the work and you get more exposure.
Hmm.
Yep.
So yes, Santa, we'll have to coordinate together and have you read the Acts of Kindness series books and get you some puppets. I'm sure that will really increase sales, especially for Christmas and back to school. And a lot of people are saying they're making money on TikTok. Well, we can do it too, Santa. And we can help bring these books around the world.
Absolutely, we can. And we'll have to figure out where all the kids can buy these books or parents can buy them for their children. You say they're available at Amazon, but I'm sure there's other places that they can buy them too. Is that a correct statement or a wrong statement?
Not at this time. But what we are doing, Santa, it is on Amazon. And what we're doing is we are partnering with Leon McLaughlin out of Seattle, Clean Water Foundation. He is having meetings with some private equity people to open up thousands of locations of a juice, coffee, water, tea bar called Island Earth. And they will be making the Acts of Kindness series books, coloring books, and folk manis available for purchase in these locations. So that's in 2025. But right now it's Amazon, it's DonorsChoose, and Awesome Grant Foundation funding these books to get them to the classrooms.
Wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful.
So yes, we'll be sending you a couple of the large puppets, Santa, from Folk Manis Puppets to go along with the stories. It'd be a great opportunity, a prosperity opportunity on TikTok. People are very prosperous, so we need to have some prosperity as well for all our good laborious work on this Labor Day, and for the love of kindness and for the love of Mother Earth, that we're creating these stories so that we can become mindful and aware for ocean cleanup. Anti-bullying month is in October, and that's a great opportunity of who's naughty and who's nice. You don't want to be a bully. And we also have a climate change book coming out for Leon and Clean Water Foundation with Waterflow the Whale. We have a robot with a heart, Sienna, that I believe, children are just going to love it. And all these different animal characters. There's 200 puppets. Who's your favorite animal, Santa?
I haven't looked at all of them yet to see which one my favorite is so far. But I love the big sea turtles. And it really gets me when I watch these videos where these guys are rescuing these sea turtles that are all tangled up in the nets and in the webs. I seen one last night that really got me going because there was 3 turtles tangled up in the same net that had buoys attached to them, so they couldn't even dive to share going down underneath, and they were floating on the surface, and the rescue team was able to cut them free of those buoys. So they were excited to swim away and go down deep into the water once they were freed up. But it's pretty sad that our ocean is getting to that situation where it affects so many different animals because people neglect to dispose of their garbage in a proper way.
Yes, well, we have a sea turtle in our first book called Underwater Acts of Kindness. The sea turtle's name is called the General of the New Earth Army, who tackles the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And so here is our first book called Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who is recruited by that sea turtle called the
one I'm
General of the
looking at
New Earth
too.
Army. That's right.
Yeah, I was just looking at that one too, going, huh. And that one's got chapters, so that one's going to be a little bit different. I mean, we'll have to read a chapter at a time, I guess.
Yes.
It's a great reason for people to come back to see
Absolutely.
you.
Yes. Yep.
So we have Shaka, the sign language shark, who's very sharp at reading sign language skills. And again, we have a YouTube channel now where you can see the characters doing the ASL finger spelling alphabet. We have Philip and Flop, our alpha service dolphins. We have a red octopus named King Octo the Eighth, who teaches the signs of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. The book is about ocean cleanup of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And the general of the New Earth Army is actually a physical therapist who recruits Noah to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch after he's in a boating accident and loses his hearing. And he realizes, what kind of life is he going to have with all this plastic floating around? And the fish want to be back in their regular schools, just like children in a children's hospital want to be back with their friends and family and schools. And it's a great educational story. And it was written with Suzanne Sims and I. We have a soundtrack by Lucy and the Perfect Wave. And Nick's guitar sounds on Whales and Dolphins. And again, you can get this book on Amazon Audible. So if you're driving in your car and you want to hear it on Amazon Audible, it's available. And we just uploaded Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab coloring book to go along with a bundle package. And they have mini and large puppets. So exciting things are happening. There's Dr. Fingers right there. It's available on Amazon.
That's awesome. And a lot of hard work has been put into this, and a lot of great work. And it's not just been created overnight. This has been ongoing now for, I'm assuming, a couple years. Is that correct?
Yes, it has. Actually over a decade, but that's okay. The universe told me this was my next purpose. The universe provided me to allow me to live on a sailboat oceanfront in Hawaii. I got to interpret for my deaf friend for over a decade. I got to sail around the Hawaiian Islands, receiving all these blessings of how to write the book with Suzanne Sims. And hearing Lucy's angelic voice. They came out with three different albums. So the vision is for these to be brought into animation movies with sign language characters, and no one has done that. So we're moving forward, and it took some time, but it's going to be even better than it was when I thought. And especially with partnering with Leanne McLaughlin, who will be making these books available at the locations. And we created these YouTube videos here during the pandemic and the Apple app games. So yeah, I'm kind of working 24/7 like you do, Sienna. In the middle of the night, I'm in a different city or country or speaking or working. And I'm grateful for all these little elves to make this happen. And Santa, we have 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss now. We have millions of moms and dads
Wow.
coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So these are educational tools that now you can FaceTime. If parents are overseas and the children are receiving the books in the classroom, they can FaceTime and Skype and do the finger spelling alphabet with each other as good activities and games and fun. So this is a YouTube characters here. Again, you can visit that. That's for free. And then we have the online courses of the Apple app games available as well.
That is wonderful. Again, one of a great service for our veteran people that, and our military people could access this. So that's another great way for the military people to send messages to their children that might have hard of hearing children. What an awesome way to support our veterans and our members that of the military that are being overseas. That's I'm gonna have to put that on my list as well,
There you go, Santa.
Yep, another way to add to the list.
So the photo here is actually the icons for the Apple app games now that are up and available. And we got that handled last week. So my elves are helping me. And so go out and play as our tagline, and you can start playing them. And here's Liam McLaughlin. He's been another busy elf. That's Waterflow the whale. He's delivering water units, crates and crates of water units to the Hopi Navajo. And there's a little picture of him, what he's been doing. He's a great elf also. He's going to be bringing the books into these stores called Island Earth in the future. And again, that's another way to get the products. But we're excited to do some TikToks with you, Santa. We're going to get the Folk Manus puppets to you. So go out and
Absolutely. That'll
play.
be a lot of fun. Last words to Vanessa. What's your last thoughts?
Me?
You. Any last thoughts before we got to hang up for the evening?
Any books with seals or
Yeah.
penguins?
Uh, Thank you for asking. Yes, we do have a seal named Jeffy the Harbor Pub Seal,
Yay.
who keeps it real in the first book. Folk Manus makes large seals and they make mini seals. Okay, they're little finger puppets. So whatever you prefer, if you want to put them on your dashboard of your car, people, characters go around the world. So we're the next J.K. Rowland or the Explorer retail like Hello Kitty. In regards to the penguin, yes, we are writing the climate change book called Cool Acts of Kindness. We are featuring a penguin, an emperor penguin that Folk Manus creates. And the penguin's name is Mr. Penmanship. And we're writing a chapter about writing to Congress. There's the penguin right there. Writing Congress for Greenpeace. We're part of Greenpeace. Listening to their events. So how we can, as adults, write to our Congress people, especially they have Arizona Congress people. They will mail you the information. If you need stamps, they'll provide it with you for you to send out these letters to our Congress for climate change action. So in regards to the emperor penguin, again, his name will be Mr. Penmanship. And he has a son named Little Tux. Suzanne just sent me the chapter. I started laughing. I love it. Little Tux. They do sign language for Auntie Renee, no, I'm sorry, Auntie Arctica, the polar bear who has a hearing loss due to a high fever from climate change. This is all in the new chapter, so we're writing it. It's great fun and educational. So the Emperor Penguins are available on Folk Manus catalog as well. But yes.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, it is now 6 o'clock. I didn't even have a chance because we got everything else about being Santa approved. But if you're a company out there that wants to be a Santa approved, I'd love to have a chit chat with you because who doesn't want to have Santa on your marketing team? I mean, Santa's been around since 1753 years and he's the #1 marketed character in the world. So I'd love to have a chat with you. And this brings a close to another wonderful edition of Santa's VIP. I've got too many screens going here with. Thanks, ladies. This was wonderful. And thanks, Miss Emily. You do a wonderful job in the background as always. I appreciate all your extra work. So thank you, ladies. This has been fun. And we had some great conversation today. Thank you. This was fun.
Have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Lovely to meet you, Marianne.
Thanks, Marianne.
Okay, Santa, we got 2 things. Thank you so much, Santa.
You bet. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Santa, are we still live or no?
Yeah, I think we are. No. Yes.